Let's talk about something huge, something that touches every single one of us, every single day. It's a topic that's both incredibly vital and surprisingly impactful. It's our global food system, the intricate network that brings food from the fields to our tables. It's a system we often take for granted, but its reach and consequences are far-reaching. Producing food from growing crops to raising livestock accounts for a staggering 37% of all greenhouse gas emissions worldwide. That's a massive chunk of the problem, and it's a number we can't afford to ignore. That's over a third of what's heating up our planet, contributing to rising temperatures, melting ice caps, and increasingly erratic weather patterns. And it's all directly linked to what's on our plates, the choices we make about what we eat and how that food is produced. Every meal we eat, whether it's a quick snack or a family dinner, is connected to climate change in some way. It's a sobering thought, but also an empowering one. Why is food production so impactful? What makes it such a significant contributor to greenhouse gas emissions? It's a long journey from farm to fork, a complex chain of events that involves everything from planting seeds to delivering food to our supermarkets. And every step leaves a mark, a carbon footprint that contributes to the overall impact of our food system on the environment. Clearing land for farms often means deforestation, the destruction of vital forests that absorb carbon dioxide and provide habitats for countless species. Farm machinery, guzzling fuel and releasing emissions, fertilizer production, a process that requires significant energy, and methane from livestock, a potent greenhouse gas, all add up to a significant environmental burden. Transporting food across the globe, shipping produce thousands of miles, burns fuel, releasing even more emissions into the atmosphere. And the cycle doesn't end there. Food packaging waste, piling up in landfills, and food waste, rotting and releasing methane, pile on even more emissions, exacerbating the problem and contributing to environmental degradation. It's a complex web, an intricate network of interconnected systems, and we're all part of it, contributing to the problem and feeling its effects. The effects are here now. We're already seeing the consequences of climate change around the world. Extreme weather, from devastating droughts to catastrophic floods, is becoming more frequent and more intense. Rising seas, threatening coastal communities and ecosystems, are a stark reminder of the urgency of the situation. Stressed ecosystems, struggling to adapt to the changing climate, are losing biodiversity and vital functions. Our food system, as it currently operates, is a major driver of these changes, contributing to the problem and exacerbating its effects. It's tough to accept that something so vital, something so essential to our survival, is also part of the problem, contributing to the environmental challenges we face. But facing the facts, acknowledging the reality of the situation, is the first step towards finding solutions and creating a more sustainable future. The urgency is real. Our planet needs us to act, to make changes to our food system, and to reduce its impact on the environment. Here's the good news: we change this. We have the power to transform our food system and create a more sustainable future. Humanity is great at innovating when it matters, at finding creative solutions to complex problems. People worldwide are working on solutions, developing new technologies and practices to make our food system more sustainable. We have the power to transform our food system, to make it more efficient, more resilient, and more environmentally friendly, to nourish us and the planet, ensuring a healthy and sustainable future for generations to come. That journey is worth exploring, and it's a journey we can all be a part of. The world's population is growing at an unprecedented rate. Every second, more people are added to our planet, and that means more mouths to feed. This escalating demand presents a significant challenge to our global food systems. More people means more demand for food, not just any food, but nutritious and accessible food for everyone. Water, a resource that is becoming increasingly scarce in many parts of the world, and land, putting huge pressure on our planet's resources. The expansion of agriculture often comes at the expense of forests and natural habitats. We need to produce more food than ever to sustain a growing global community, but without exhausting the earth. We must find ways to increase yields while minimizing our environmental footprint. Climate change makes this even harder. Unpredictable weather and droughts are becoming more frequent and intense, threatening crop production worldwide. Floods and new pests threaten crops, leading to significant losses and food insecurity. Farmers are on the front lines, bearing the brunt of these challenges, facing tougher conditions, battling against the odds to provide food for us all, and risking their livelihoods. The economic viability of farming is under threat. Many traditional farming methods aren't working anymore. They are simply not sustainable in the face of these pressures, and some even harm the environment. These practices contribute to pollution and ecosystem degradation. Over-tilling releases carbon, accelerating climate change, and overusing chemicals pollutes water and harms biodiversity. The delicate balance of our ecosystems is disrupted. We need to upgrade how we farm. Innovation and technology are key to a sustainable future. Population growth increases demand, placing further strain on our resources. Climate change disrupts production, creating volatility in food supply chains, and outdated practices make it worse. These inefficiencies exacerbate the existing problems. It's a vicious cycle, a self-perpetuating problem that requires urgent action. Unsustainable farming degrades land, rendering it less productive over time, and releases greenhouse gases, contributing to global warming, which fuel more climate change. This creates a feedback loop that intensifies the challenges we face. Breaking this cycle is crucial. We must transition to more sustainable and regenerative agricultural practices. We need resilient, sustainable ways to grow food. Innovation and adaptation are essential for ensuring food security. It's all connected. The health of our planet and the well-being of humanity are inextricably linked. The future depends on how we respond. The choices we make today will determine the fate of our planet and future generations. Imagine farms that go up, not out. Welcome to vertical farming. Picture buildings or shipping containers stacked with layers of plants, all growing under controlled conditions. These urban farms mean fresh produce can be grown locally, slashing transportation emissions. Vertical farms use up to 95% less water and far less land than traditional farms. They're perfect for crowded cities or places with little arable land. Everything is managed: light, temperature, humidity, nutrients, so crops grow year-round no matter the weather. Pesticides are rarely needed, so food is healthier and the environment is safer. While you won't see wheat fields and skyscrapers yet, vertical farming is a game changer for leafy greens, herbs, and small fruits. Imagine fresh salads in winter, grown right in the city. This technology is evolving fast. It's a powerful tool for a sustainable food future. Let's make traditional farming smarter. Enter precision agriculture. It's about using technology to boost efficiency and sustainability. Drones map crop health, soil sensors track moisture and nutrients, and GPS guides machinery with pinpoint accuracy. Farmers can target water, fertilizer, and pesticides exactly where needed, cutting waste and pollution. This saves money and reduces environmental impact. Healthier crops, better yields, and less resource use, that's the goal. As we try to feed more people without expanding farmland, this approach is crucial. Precision agriculture enhances farmers' knowledge with powerful tools. It's a brilliant example of tech helping us farm smarter and greener, a win-win for people and the planet. Beyond high-tech, there's a movement working with nature regenerative agriculture. The goal? Not just to sustain the land, but to improve it, making soil healthier and more resilient. Techniques like no-till farming, cover crops, and rotational grazing mimic natural systems and build soil fertility. Healthy soil acts like a sponge, improving water quality and storing carbon, helping fight climate change. Regenerative farms are more resilient to drought, pests, and disease, reducing the need for chemicals. It's about creating a legacy of healthy land for future generations. This holistic approach values the whole ecosystem, from microbes to wildlife. Farming can be a force for positive change. It's a return to working with nature, not against it. Science is driving the next wave of sustainable food solutions. Researchers are developing crops that can handle drought, resist pests, and thrive in changing climates. These super crops mean more stable food supplies and less environmental impact. Then there's lab-grown meat. Real meat, made from animal cells without raising or slaughtering animals. Cultured meat could slash land and water use, cut emissions, and improve animal welfare. It's a potential revolution for how we produce protein. While still emerging, these innovations offer hope for a more sustainable, ethical food system. Science is opening new doors. The future of food is being reimagined in labs and fields right now. We need these breakthroughs more than ever. The possibilities are exciting. Rethinking protein is key to sustainable eating. Traditional meat has a big environmental footprint, so exploring alternatives matters. Plant-based proteins are booming. Think burgers, sausages, and chicken made from peas, soy, or mushrooms. These options make it easy and tasty to cut back on meat. Here's a surprise insect protein. Crickets and mealworms are packed with nutrients and need little land or water. Billions already eat insects, and they're appearing in protein bars and powders worldwide. More protein choices mean more sustainable diets. Shifting some protein away from conventional meat eases pressure on land, water, and the climate. It's about embracing new flavors and a more diverse way of eating. The future of protein is wide open. These innovations are exciting, but real change isn't easy. Cost and accessibility are big hurdles. New tech and products can be expensive, especially for small farmers or developing countries. We need to make sustainable solutions affordable and available to all. Changing eating habits is another challenge. Culture, tradition, and taste matter. Education and great tasting options are key to wider adoption. Supportive policies and regulations are crucial. Governments can fund research, incentivize green practices, and set safety standards for new foods. Without strong policy, progress will be slow. Overcoming these hurdles takes teamwork, across sectors and borders. The path isn't easy, but it's possible. We have to keep pushing forward. Here's the big takeaway. The future of food is not some distant dream, but a tangible goal within our grasp. It requires a fundamental shift in how we think about, produce, and consume food. It's about creating a system that nourishes both people and the planet, ensuring that future generations have access to healthy, sustainable food sources. A truly sustainable food system is within reach, closer than we might think. It's not just a hopeful aspiration, it's an achievable objective that demands our collective effort and commitment. We have the knowledge, the scientific understanding of how to cultivate food in harmony with nature. Tools, the technological advancements that allow us to optimize resource use and minimize environmental impact, and drive to make it happen. The passion, the dedication, and the unwavering determination to transform our food systems for the better. From vertical farms, pushing the boundaries of urban agriculture and maximizing yields in limited spaces, to regenerative fields, revitalizing soil health and sequestering carbon, solutions are emerging. Innovative approaches that are reshaping the landscape of food production. Collaboration is key, the synergy that arises when diverse minds come together to tackle complex challenges. Farmers, the stewards of the land who possess invaluable knowledge and experience, scientists, the innovators who are constantly seeking new ways to improve crop yields and reduce environmental impact, governments, the policymakers who can create incentives for sustainable practices and level the playing field, businesses, the drivers of innovation and investment in sustainable food solutions, and consumers all play a role. We, as individuals, have the power to shape the market through our purchasing decisions. Every choice we make sends a signal, a message to the market about what we value and what we demand. There's no single fix, no magic bullet that will solve all our food-related challenges. It's about combining strategies, integrating diverse approaches to create a holistic and resilient food system. Smart tech, leveraging data and technology to optimize resource use and improve efficiency. Better farming, adopting practices that enhance soil health, conserve water, and reduce pollution. New proteins, exploring alternative protein sources that are more sustainable and less resource-intensive, and less waste. Minimizing food waste at every stage of the food chain, from farm to table. We need to rethink the whole food chain, examining every link in the chain to identify opportunities for improvement, from farm, where food production begins, to fork, the moment of consumption, to leftovers. Even what we don't eat matters. This is one of the most important. A challenge that will define our future, an exciting, an opportunity to create a better world through food. Challenges of our time. It demands our immediate attention and unwavering commitment. By working together and embracing change, by fostering collaboration and innovation, we can build a resilient, fair, and sustainable food system. A system that nourishes all, protects our planet, and ensures a brighter future for generations to come. It's a chance to reconnect, to forge a deeper understanding of where our food comes from with our food and its impact, to appreciate the intricate web of connections that link us to the land and to each other. Let's get to work and make it happen. The time for action is now. The future of our plates, the nourishment we receive, the flavors we savor, and our planet, the health of our ecosystems, the stability of our climate, depends on it. Our actions today will determine the fate of tomorrow. Together we can create a better food tomorrow, a future where food is a source of health, sustainability, and joy for all.